'Cause I gotta have faith. I gotta have faith. Because I got to have faith. I got to have faith. Baby, I know you're asking me to stay. Say please, please, please don't go away.
If you're over 60, you have no business going to Monday Night Football.
Every word you say, I can't help but think of yesterday. And another who tied me down to lovable rules. Before this river, there comes an ocean. Before you throw my heart back on the floor.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome once again to Walk the Talk Sports. The greatest sports talk show south of the Big Apple, east of the city of brotherly love. And here we are at Leisure Fair. Wonderful audience in front of us. I'm a little hoarse from last night going to the Jet game. We'll get into football. We have baseball the last month of the season, getting ready for the playoffs. Basketball, hockey right around the corner. I have some golf. Riders Cup is coming up in, I think, next week or 2 weeks from Rome. Some tennis and even some soccer. Alex?
Hello, everyone. Hey, before we get started, I want to say out in the audience to my special friends, Jane and Ray, happy anniversary.
Oh, yes. Ray, I don't know how you did it, Ray.
Jane?
Congratulations.
I don't know how you did it. No. All right, yeah, NFL.
All right.
I mean, do we want to start sadly? Sad?
No, I'll tell my story. You start the NFL, I'll save
I mean, I don't have a whole lot to say. I mean, I scored a bunch of points and I still lost my team. But you know what? It's week one. It was a great game. They played a great team. Obviously, it just still shows me that my defense can choke in the end and allow us to lose. So obviously everybody knows that I'm a Charger fan. So that was a disappointment, but it's only week one. I'm not worried about it. Obviously, Rob's going to talk about some other games. I mean, I literally have. I'm not going to list. You know what? I'm just going to go down. I'm going to tell you. Lions, Ravens, Falcons, Jaguars, Saints, Eagles, Dolphins, Browns, Buccaneers, Commanders, 49ers, Raiders, Rams, Packers, Cowboys, Jets. Oh. All winners this year.
Wow, he meant Frank.
All winners. You know,
I thought he was going to forget the Jets, though, Frank.
No. I will tell you, if you look over and he's looking a little bloodshot, I tried asking him if he wanted some of my drink, but he didn't want any. But for those of you out there, here's the rules. If you're over 60, you have no business going to Monday Night Football, because what happens is you don't hear from him all day because he's either in bed or he's walking around all twisted, bloodshot-eyed and stuff. So when you look at him now, unless we can pep him up a little bit in here, that's what happens when you try to go to a NFL game
Monday night.
On Monday night.
Right. Plus, this morning we had Bocce sign up, so you know how twisted that can get at times. But no, it was last night. It was a magical night to begin with. We tailgated. We got to the stadium. There were showers, thunderstorms. But as we are walking into the stadium, my daughter looks at me. She goes, "Dad, look behind you. There was a perfect rainbow." So I said, "Man, this is it. Aaron Rodgers' first game, 9/11. It's a special night. The stadium was rocking, 80,000 plus. This is it. We're going to do it. This is our year. This is our quarterback, finally." And what happens? He struts out with the American flag, national anthem. Guess what? Not even 4 plays or whatever. He goes down. He goes down the first time, tries to get up, goes down the second time, and all I'm thinking is 1999 and Vinny Testaverde, where that year with Parcells and Curtis Martin, we were going to go to the Super Bowl. We made it to the conference final the year before and lost to Denver, and guess what? It happened. Got set back in my seat. The stadium was And now we're stuck with, once again, Zach Wilson.
But I have an answer.
But, no, let me finish. But we knew the defense, guys, we got to step it up. This is the only way we're going to win. But honestly, you play the Bills, you know, eventually they're going to put points on the board. They have a decent defense, and we thought there's not even a chance. But they stayed in the game. It was unthinkable at the beginning, and I told Frank this morning in a text, but unbelievable at the end, and they found a way to win. Now, moving forward, who knows? Do we get Carson Wentz? Do we get Matt Ryan? Do we get Tom Brady out of retirement? I don't know. But what I do know is, man, as a Jet fan, our legacy, Frank, this is it. But we still wear it, and I still wear my hat. Frank's got his shirt on, you know. But you know what? It's a young team. That's the only position, and it's the key position on a football team. Maybe they'll make something, they'll do something, they'll work something out. But the silver lining is we don't lose the draft choices that we were supposed to if he played over amount of certain games. So that's a good thing. But that's all I have to say. I will cry my tears all week. I look at the reports, but we're good to go. Week one. Go ahead. Looking forward to hockey season. Let's go Rangers.
No,
No, I know. I'm not. Right.
They did.
But they have a tough schedule.
They do.
You know, and like I said before we went on air, it's a league where you have Russell Wilson, you have Jalen Hurts, you got Pat Mahomes, you got Josh Allen from Buffalo. You quarterbacks after quarterbacks. They have a tough 6 first games. You're going to have to put some points up. The defense can't be on the field, 24/7, but we'll see. Okay, Alex.
No, I sort of feel bad. I told you and Frank had predicted this.
You
I didn't
did.
think it was going to be after 4 plays.
Yeah.
I figured it might be after the 3rd game or 4th game, but
Yeah, you're right. It's a shock.
So it's I mean, unfortunately, probably that rainbow was all that gold going out of the stadium.
Yeah, it was behind us. You're right.
Behind us.
There you go. I should have known that.
But you nailed it because I have an answer for you.
Go ahead.
I have the answer for you.
As a quarterback?
Yes.
Whoa, check this out. Yeah, look at that. Frank.
There you go. Tom Brady for quarterback. New York Jets. I love it. And I want Rob to take this home. He's probably going to put it on his mirror in his room.
I'll put it on the fridge.
On the fridge.
And I'll pray every morning. Say the rosary.
Okay.
Say the rosary. He was, you know what, honestly, they said he was shooting hoops in the city today. Just saying. He was in New York City. Just saying.
Here we go.
But no,
that was a tough one. Even though I
like that.
It's tough to see someone get hurt like that, especially so quickly. But hey, there were some great games. There was some very impressed with some teams out there. I mean, the 49ers had a great game. I mean, that quarterback. I mean, what a great.
Yeah, Purdy. He's got weapons on that team.
And the Green Bay quarterback as well. Great game. He had a great game.
They played the Bears. But I'll tell you, the team that impressed me was the first game of the season. Guys, what team? Detroit Lions. There you go. I mean, they took it to, even though Kansas City didn't play the game they, normally play, drop passes, stuff like that, but Detroit still hung in there. They kept it close, and they found a way to win. So that's...
probably the most embarrassing game, and I find it really funny. Rob and I, we get these freaking text messages at 5 in the morning.
Gene Murphy, where are you, Gene?
No, not even from Gene anymore. His sidekick, freaking John Kovar. we get the text messages. Luckily, I'm up. And Rob sometime is up at 5 in the morning.
I am.
You get the text messages. Hey, looks like the Padres and the Chargers lost. I wanted to say, wow, did you just take a beating from the Cowboys this weekend? And he's not here today to show his face. So, hopefully he'll see the show on TV.
But, moving forward, there's Giants are at Arizona. Eagles play this Thursday. They play home against the Vikings. Jets, of course, are at Dallas. The Dolphins are at the Patriots. That's going to be, Patriots go home too. It's going to be tough. Then the Monday night games are 2 games this week. Saints at Carolina Panthers and the Browns and the Steelers. That's a good game. That's another team that the Browns took it again to Cincinnati.
Yeah.
3 points?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
I'm done with football.
All right.
But I'll say thank you.
You're
That's
welcome.
good. That's
You're
good,
welcome.
brother. I didn't know you had it in you.
Yeah.
All right. You want me to touch baseball? It'll be quick.
Yeah.
Baseball, we know the Mets and Yankees' fate is, that's done, right? Phillies are going to be in the hunt. They're going to make the playoffs. Look, the Atlanta Braves have the best record in baseball, followed by the Baltimore Orioles in the American League. So I think the playoffs are going to be exciting as far as the matches, and I look forward to that. But I do wish our teams are in it. Very disappointing seasons for the Mets and the Yankees. And today I found out, finally, we got, the Apier, who was the GM, whatever, and I always make fun, he belongs in the mailroom instead of running an organization with all that money. But they signed Stern, the used to be the general manager and president of operations for Milwaukee, a New York boy, grew up a Met fan, just like the owner, Steve Cohen. So he's going to be the president of operations for the Mets. So, and that was done today. I think news broke sometime early this afternoon that he would become the general manager / president, vice president of the New York Mets. So I'm excited about that. So we need pitching, brother. We need pitching. And that's it for baseball. What else you got?
In college football.
All right, soccer. For you soccer fans out there, I don't see any, but I'll just give it for Diane and a few. Quickly, Spain beat England 1-0 in the Ladies World Cup. I'm back on August 20th. So that was that story. But the major story came out. The girls' USA team was very, very disappointing. More news off the soccer field than on the soccer field. So they got to get their house in order to be competitive once again, which I'm sure they will, in international tournaments. And for golf, the Ryder Cup is in, I think, next weekend. Not this weekend, the following weekend. And it's played in Rome, Italy. From what I heard, it's a beautiful course. And for you people that don't know golf or how the Ryder Cup works, it's USA versus the world. So it's more or less USA versus the Europeans or whatever, and it's very exciting. It's a great tournament. Players really get into it, and I just have to say one thing. I'm very disappointed on some of the selections the U.S. captain made. He picked Justin Thomas, which he's ranked this year. He's a good golfer, don't get me wrong, world-class golfer, but this year he was ranked low. Brooks Koepka was the only player picked from the other league as far as LIV, the LIV league, and started by Saudi Arabia or whatever. But I thought Bryson DeChambeau deserved a shot to make the Ryder Cup for the USA team, and he didn't. So that is disappointing. I'll just top it off now. This is it for me. Tennis, the Women's U.S. Open. Coco Gauff, 19 years old, won her first Grand Slam this year, guys. 19 years old. And I'm sure there is more to come on that. And for the men's, familiar face, Novak Djokovic won his 24th Grand Slam. Imagine that, 24th time that this guy's won. I mean, does he ever get tired? Is he another Tom Brady? I don't know. But that's all I have, brother. Take it away. Hey, I love it. Go ahead.
All right, so I'm going to touch on some college. We're just going to talk about, I have the AP top 25. I'm only going to give you the top 10. So obviously at 1, counting from 1, we have Georgia, Michigan, Florida State, Texas, USC, Ohio State, Penn State, Washington at number 8, Notre Dame at number 9, Alabama dropping to number 10.
Alabama lost to...
They lost to Texas,
yeah,
who jumped
right.
up to 4th in the nation.
Texas,
it was a great game. I'll save this part for last. I'll jump to some Rutgers football. 2-0, Scarlet Knights. They play Virginia Tech this weekend.
Yes, they do.
So, but I do want to talk about the number 18 team in the nation. And Rob and I were talking about this weekend. I don't know. It's a lot of fun to watch. Freaking Colorado Buffaloes. You know what? Freaking Coach Prime.
Yeah.
Deion
Sanders,
he's
man.
put the spotlight on college football in Colorado. Priscilla and I, one of our grandsons goes to Colorado. Obviously, we started hearing about this 8 months ago.
Coach Prime, I remember.
Coach
Yeah.
Prime.
He's coming.
And he has nothing to do with football. He goes to the games and he parties in his dorm. But he's Coach Prime. But I'm reading that whole city of Boulder is like they're Coach Primed out. I mean, they are selling apparel in the freaking restaurants. Restaurants are jam packed every weekend. So I know he's bringing something to that city, and it's pretty exciting to watch them play. I don't know if you watched them play this year. They've won their first 2 games, but I don't know if you make a believer out of me. And I know Deion's always been a lot of hype, but he's always seemed to back it. So.
And Alex, I know I asked you this, but I forgot. What conference are they in again?
Well, they're moving, and so I'm getting screwed up because I think they're moving to the Big 10 or the Big 12. But I don't.
Big 12. We got to check that out.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
Because I know that was one of his first things is he wanted to move out of the conference he was in, which I don't know. I'll think of it in a second.
You might be. No.
But I know he's moving to one of those there. So that's just a little bit about college. College has been exciting to watch. There's been some great games. Obviously, we saw Texas, like we talked about a second ago, beat up on Alabama this week. But I do want to talk high school football. All right. So high school football, and I'm gonna brag on Coach. I'm gonna brag on the Fuller Sons team and Brick at 3-0 as well. But the Hawks are sitting at 3-0. This week they play Keensburg.
Yes.
Play Keensburg at home, I believe. But even last, when Rob and I, we've got, obviously everybody's got the opportunity to meet Coach, but just to say, so last week they played Point Pleasant Beach.
Yeah.
Right? So Josh Love, their running back, ran for 234 yards and 4 touchdowns. Their quarterback, I think it's been Aiden Lunn. He only passed for 11 yards, so obviously Coach must be just sticking to just grounding him.
Ground and pound.
That's
so,
it. To have Josh Love, go ahead and run for 234.
And I think their defense had some turnovers or possibly points scored after turnovers.
Yeah. So, excited for Coach, excited for the local team, excited for Brick High School, 3-0. I mean, hopefully he'll keep this thing going. But I do want to talk about last week, the Shore Conference Players of the Week. So, once again in offense, it's friggin' Micah Ford from Toms River North.
That's the kid that's going to Stanford?
Kid that's going to Stanford. So check it out. Unstoppable. Freaking, they 42-21 victory over Rumson Fairhaven.
That was a good game. Yep.
So this kid has 237 yards rushing, 4 touchdowns, 159 yards passing with 2 passing touchdowns. 6 touchdowns for the night. The Toms River North went up and beat Rumson Fairhaven. So your defensive player of the week.
That was a statement game too. It was.
So the defensive player of the week for the Shore Conference was an Owen Richter from Middletown South.
Okay, you're right.
So let me see what I got going here. They beat Middletown South 35-29 comeback victory over number 15 Wall. So he had 7 tackles with 1.5 tackles for loss. So he was the defensive player of the week.
I have a question. Kathy or Jack, does Brick play Toms River?
We play east already, we don't play north.
Yeah.
But does that happen sometimes? You will play north depending on what?
If they're not in our division.
And I believe North moved divisions this year. Yeah, so.
This past year? So realign. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So believe it or not, I was talking to a buddy of mine, even though obviously that was a great win that they had last week, but by Toms River North, I mean, I'm sure they're going to be fine in the division they're in, but they actually have had some not runaway games like last year. I think the week before that, they may, I'm guessing, I think I glanced at the score, maybe they won by 1 or 2 touchdowns, where last year they were winning by 4 or 5 touchdowns a game. So
it was much easier then. Well,
so the conference they're in definitely is a little bit tougher conference, I believe, for them. But good for them. That's high school. So if you get a chance, I'm out of town this week, or I would be at
Yeah,
Manchester.
I may hit that game.
So, but Manchester
do it.
playing Keensburg.
Yeah.
So 6:30, Manchester High. So the only other football I have is some walk the talk fantasy.
Oh, my man, you got that guy that slaughtered me.
It's just like the Jets. It's week one. What are you gonna say? So I will say it so everybody that watches.
Because you have the Miami quarterback.
Yeah.
And you have. And who's your receiver? Is it Jefferson? Who's your receiver?
Jefferson.
You have Jefferson too, right?
Yeah.
I have.
You killed me.
I have a great.
So.
I'm projected to be #1 this year.
Here we go. So walk the talk fantasy. We had Team Sheed, who beat Bossa Nova. That's me. He beat me 142 to 85. That was just a spanking. That was like the Dallas Cowboys beating the Giants. Muddy Linebackers, 137 over Team Carrillo, 119. And then we had the Omega Moose, the gentleman in the audience, 147 over
Red Raiders.
88. And then the last, which I don't know, we should have never allowed this. This is, I think, a secret ringer that has slipped into our league. Dude, where's my car? This is the only lady in the league who had the top points of the week, 150 points over Team Lepore's 110.
And guess who made the first trade with her?
Me.
Yeah, he traded Brees Hall because he was a Jet. Trade Brees Hall, no problem. No problem.
Yeah.
You think he would ask a Jet fan first, Frank? You think he would come knocking on our door first? No.
I think that's why he did it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Just to put the twist in. That's good. Very good.
So there you go. There's some college, there's some high school, there's some fantasy.
And guys, once again, if you have any stories, grandchildren, anybody, family, friends, let us know. We'd be happy to put it on the show. Be glad to do it. And like I said, this was a tough week for me. Tough night last night, but hey, I made the show. We're ready to go. Week 2, baby. Let's go. Let's rock. Guys, anything else, Alex? He's smiling ear to ear. That's okay.
No.
That's all right.
No, it's fine.
That's all right.
fine.
It's good. Get the knife out of my back right now.
Listen.
All right. Once again, everyone. All right.
Yeah,
Can I go?
you can go.
Okay.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. Unless you want to do it.
No.
No,
I'm
you
good.
sure?
No, well, it'll give you some energy. Remember, over 60, no Monday night.
What was that, Geritol? Remember you used to take Geritol? Is that it? Do I need Geritol? Maybe I should get a bottle of that.
Yeah.
Put it on the table, maybe. But listen, guys, once again, thanks for coming today. We look forward to, I guess, another 2 weeks or 3 weeks on next show.
Hey, let's talk real quick bocce courts.
Oh, okay.
Hey, yeah, you know what? They're coming along, folks. They're coming along. So hopefully when you see this, for anybody out there that said our time was over, it's just begun. They're coming along. Those poor guys are out. They work till almost dark every night. They're pounding away.
They worked on Saturday, too.
That's right. I was down
saw
there
Saturday.
last night with Gene, the groundskeeping gentleman, Gene, and we went over a few things with the courts that the guys were asking about. But it's exciting. There's we're working on some stuff. The last couple nights I've been looking at different things from. I think I have the whole ball carrying thing done. I haven't had a chance because he's been busy at the Jets game. I was looking at some different. What am I looking for?
Scoreboards?
We're looking at scoreboards. So I think I have that pretty much in my head. What's going on? And anyways, it was good to see the guys and to see the progress they're doing. Obviously, if you go up there, you can see they're laying the timbers, and things are coming along well. And it's funny when you walk up there and you see the last couple of days, the rain we have had. If you walk up there now, you would never know it because of the drainage that's under it and the rock and the different layers of stuff. It's doing what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to drain. So it's going to be exciting to put together a fall league. It's going to be exciting about the courts.
Yeah, I mean, if the weather cooperates, we get a mild winter, we can go. We can extend this. But what I would like to do, and I told some of the people today who signed up, once the courts are built and we do have that Walk of Fame game with all the honorary members of our club, I would like people to come down and practice, use the courts, get used to it, because it's going to be a little different. You're going to have to get used to them, but just think, we don't have to sweep. We don't have to worry about the rain as much anymore. You just get a blower, and we're set to go. You know, be walking like, if you have carpet, it's like walking on carpet. It's great. And we've played on these courts, something that we're going to have in South Knowles, and it's amazing. It's a good feeling. So with that said, I'll say this once again. Thank you, everyone, for coming down on this Tuesday after the Monday Jet win. Remember, everyone, keep it between the lines.
Cause I gotta have faith. I gotta have faith. Because I gotta have faith.